愛をの少年現実をだあんな風に空へ飛べしないんだこの夜に意味があるなら僕らは自由を舞うみんながこだまして僕奇跡が問いかれるんだ君の目憧れたヒーローに今すぐさせてあげよう雨みたいに差し寄せなかって嬉しくないんだ愛をの少年存在をだ意味が眩しくはなれないけどこだろうに意味があるなら僕らは自由を舞うまだ自由を舞うこの押して息を吸い込んで僕らへの愛をの少年目をだえ愛にくと愛を信じないたちへ数時間の物語よさよなら愛をの少年現実をだ僕らは心を熱くなるものこんなの愛しいから僕らは自由を舞うまだ自由を舞う見た目が変ほら見た目が変だけど気になるのなんで香りが変ほら香りが変だけど気になるのなんで知らないことから逃げて未知の世界のままではもったいないような気がするのChemical cookie 思い込み激しくなって戻れなくなる前にその味をほらその味を確かめなくちゃさ Try it Chemical cookie 「 dressed in a stunning red, your head upon my chest. The pain inside means nothing. Take off your shirt and lay down right next to the pile of things we loved when we were younger. Eyes half closed. You were the answer that I had, but you weren't all I wanted. You weren't all I needed. Oh. Take a spot in front of me and listen now, I'm coming clean. There's so many things I think you should know. Take apart all the melodies and deconstruct what's inside of me. They're all I wanna see before I go.
Hello, and welcome back to TVEBT. It is happening again. We've got the Qualifier Mappool Showcase. This will not have the qualifier schedules, I might as well mention now. Actually before, apparently mic volume should go up, according to chat. Is this any good? I will assume things are alright now. As I was saying, this stream won't have the qualifier schedule, but I will post that afterwards, and it will also be it will be updated progressively as sign-ups are staying open. Just in case we can get any extra players, as the sign-up count was, on the last count, 19 players. And I guess with that, we can begin the showcase. Unfortunately, the first map is not ISAF closed, as the client appears to be showing. Yeah, go ahead. Right, here we go. We have our first map of the pool. It is my scuffed replay of my own map, C418 Atom Pause. This is the SV qualifier, and I guess my main comment is, sorry if you dislike Slow Jam. Looking over this replay myself, my ghost tapping is quite badly timed, oh god. But yeah, this intro section, it looks weird, but it's really playable except for one wee burst, and this bit here. Enjoy. Fuck off. This middle section, it's obscure to say the least. The most difficult part is probably timing the LN releases with the starters. And this is thankfully also the bulk of the difficulty, as you'll see. You've got one more slow jam trill. And we end off with even more Soul Jam. And also a 50 from me. I guess the one comment I can give is at least this isn't what I formerly was going to use as the Stage 1 qualifier. This is 10 times easier. And I think if we're moving on now. You've got Stage 2, the AC pick of the qualifiers. This is Drop Gun, Little Drop. Also a pretty bad replay, but oh well. Let me get a Discord link for you, 1 second. There's a Discord link for those asking. So this act pick is sort of, I guess you can call them grace notes. It's quite grace note based for the first half. This section here, it's like so jump stream. Moving into this section, it's more jack based, although it's still a light jump stream, I guess you could call it. This is probably also, in my opinion, the easiest duration bit. One thing I should comment on is this is OD9, so on Score V2 it'll be pretty tough for some people to hack. That burst there is quite difficult, but most people should be able to cope with it. This section here, it's quite difficult with the grace notes, but yet again, with a bit of practice, it's not too bad. We go back into here, it's more chord based, but there's a few dodgy bits, I guess you can call them. And here's another mini jug section. Yeah, again, this is probably the, at least in my case, this is where the bulk of Akin ratio comes from. And there you have it. That is your second qualifier, i.e. the AC pick. Moving on from that, we have a LN map from someone you may recognise from previous iterations, Raviel. This time I was far too rusty to get a replay myself, so you've got a more competent player doing it. Anyway, this map, it's all different from previous Raviel qualifiers you may be used to, as you can clearly tell. The first section's simple enough. There's no dodgy roses or anything. That one-handed drill section might be dodgy for some. Definitely myself, I found that quite difficult. Anyway, here we've got slightly more complex LNs. And as it builds up here, we enter the arguably the hardest bit of the chart. Maybe not for some. them trolls will likely trip a good few people up. Fortunately, that is the bulk of the difficulty out of the way. Now it's just a matter of control. And there you have it, that is your stage 3 or the LN map for qualifiers. Moving on from that, we have the tech-based pick, which is AR Forest and Siroka Little Painter. This is another pretty dodgy chart from myself. And in all honesty, I'll say tech in quotation marks, or thingy marks, because my definition of tech is a bit scuffed, I guess, as you'll see. Wag, you've played a different version of this essentially. So, coming out the quiet intro, we've got a few bursts featuring everyone's favourite pattern, staccato long notes. It's quite trill based, quite awkward to hit. This section here is quite difficult to time. And as we enter this bit of the song, it's a lot less techy. Probably where the bulk of people's act will come from. And we enter back into more technical patterns. And as we enter the end of it, I apologise for what you're about to see. There we have it. And with that, that is your 4 qualifiers, or 4 qualifier maps for next week. As for the schedules, as I've said, they will be posted after the stream. And again, if anyone else happens to join, they will be updated and so on. And I guess with that, thank you for watching. Any questions, feel free to ping me and whatnot. And yeah, good luck.